contemplative inquiry into education, into communion with one another. We want to use these stories to help us speak our truths, access a sense of ethics that comes from within, and helps us to develop a compassion for one another's experiences, an open-hearted willingness to engage each other in work for justice in the world. So I use these in my work with law students, and I want to reflect then on this approach to this sort of deepening multicultural inquiry that I'm calling narrative practices. I want to reflect on it as a way of thinking about how we develop a sense of the professional identity of lawyers and judges. And again, I know there are others on the call who are not law folks, but so be thinking about ways in which this may have an analog if you're a psychologist, right, or if you're developing folks who may think of themselves later as candidates for jobs as professors, etc. There's often a professional identity component. And I want to compare this thought with what's going on at the Columbia University Medical School, where they have a narrative medicine program, actually. And it's hard for you to read that screen, I'm sure, but I will say that they include in their mission statement this idea that this narrative training program helps doctors and nurses, et cetera, develop the capacity for attention, reflection, and listening to their patients' stories so that they can be moved by stories that their patients bring about their illnesses. And so similarly, I think of this as a way of helping our students as lawyers develop a sense of themselves such that they can access that openness to others' stories of injury, of harm, of indignity,